Hey, what is going on, guys? It's DK back at you with another video here to break down the Thursday Night Showdown slate between the Rams and the Seahawks. A couple things before I get in the video. One, really do appreciate all the support I'm getting on this channel. We're over 670 subscribers. That's just insane. If you're new to the channel, I hope you enjoy the content. We got new videos up basically every single day talking NFL DFS. And we got NBA preseason starting up on Friday. I'm actually going to have an early look at that slate for the Friday Showdown slate and the Saturday main slate. I'm going to have that up later tonight, so be on the lookout for that video. And then two, again, I'm doing a weekly giveaway here on this channel. So how it works is the way to be entered is all you have to do is leave a like and a comment in the video. That's one entry into the giveaway. Max one comment, though, per video. It starts with my Monday Night Football Showdown slate video from yesterday and goes throughout the week. And ends with the Monday Night Football Showdown slate video for next week. So however many videos up for the week, you can enter it that many times. So say if I have 7 videos up for the week, you can enter it 7 times. And with that out of the way, let's jump into the video. So first, let's look back at my absolute shit lineup from Monday night. So this is what I went with here with James Washington, Tyler Boyd, Andy Dalton, Mason Rudolph, Juju, and CJ Uzomah. So my thought process was going into the slate was fading the running backs because, the two Cincy running backs with Mixon and Gio was like an even split. So if I was going to play one of those guys, it was going to be Gio, but didn't feel great about it because, again, it was like a 50-50 split. As far as Pittsburgh goes, I wanted to fade the high-owned James Conner. Obviously didn't work out for me, but he was only playing like 50 to 60% of the snaps, so Samuel's getting the rest. And yeah, like I said, I thought the upside was a little bit higher with the wide receivers. Obviously didn't work out. Pittsburgh got off to an early lead, and they just did a bunch of short passes to the running backs, which I should have brought up in my video with the backup quarterback playing Mason Rudolph. But they played it really conservative, again, just playing the short passes. And Cincinnati, that was just super frustrating to watch. They were down big early, and they were just handing the ball off to Joe Mixon for 3 yards and going slow. It's like, you guys are down big. You guys got to catch up. But, yeah, absolute mess of a lineup for me. So hopefully this Thursday night showdown slate goes a little bit better. All right. So before we get into the salaries, let's look at the over-under and the spread really quick. So this game right now is sitting at 49.5. So this one should... Please, can we get a good primetime game? Say it all with me, please. This one should be good. 49.5 over under, 1.5 point spread. So I'm praying we get a good primetime game for Thursday. But let's look into snap counts really quick. So if we look at Seattle, a couple things to note. Chris Carson did not fumble in the game and got rewarded with over 75% of the snaps. So that's something to note. CJ Procise played on 22%. Rashard Penny was out, but it looks like he's going to be back. So that's the situation we have to monitor. Tyler Lockett playing in basically the whole game. Then DK Metcalf got a little bit of a downgrade in snaps from 85 to 63%. And then it was kind of a mix for the number 3 receiver with Jerron Brown at 56%, David Moore at 40%, and Malik Turner picked up a bit there at 16%. Will Dissly got a boost with Nick Vannett out of town playing at almost 80% of the snaps, and then Luke Wilson filled in for the rest. As far as the Rams go, Gurley's kind of staying steady at 75% of the snaps, and Malcolm Brown picking up the rest. Woods, Kupp, and Cooks basically playing the whole game with Josh Reynolds filling in a bit. And then in the tight end situation, it's almost an even split with Gerald Everett and Tyler Higbee. So let's look into the salaries here. Again, this is a pretty high over-under. I'm praying we get a good game. I'm praying we get some points scored because the primetime games have just been super, super brutal to watch this year. There's been like 1 or 2 good games maybe, but I'm hoping this one is a better game. So we'll start with the 2 quarterbacks with Russell Wilson and Jared Goff. Both definitely in play in a high over-under game. There should be a lot of points scored in this one. There's a couple of value guys that I'll get to later in the video that we might be able to plug in to get some of these top guys in. But yeah, Russell Wilson, I think if I'm picking between the 2 quarterbacks, I would lean towards him just because he has the rushing upside a bit. He's not like a huge rusher, but he can get you 20 to 30 yards on the ground for sure. Definitely can get you a rushing touchdown. But Jared Goff definitely still viable as well. Wouldn't expect him to throw 68 times like he did last week against Tampa Bay because the Rams got off to a 21-point deficit and were just forced to throw the whole time, but it definitely still is viable. Both quarterbacks, I think there is some value plays I'll get to in a sec where you can fit them both in if you want to. Now, below the quarterbacks is Cooper Kupp at 9.6K. I just think he's so safe. The targets are there 10, 9, 12, 15. The Rams just love utilizing this guy. So he just seems super safe here at 9.6K. I think he's going to be popular, but for good reason. Tyler Lockett at 9.4K, don't mind him either. He's the #1 receiver. A little more boomer bust here with week 1 and week 4, kind of off weeks. But week 2 and week 3, pretty big weeks. Yeah, he's basically out there the whole time. He's the #1 receiver, so definitely don't mind Lockett either. As far as the running backs go, it's kind of they're pretty similar here with Gurley and Carson. Probably going to play 75% of the snaps each. Now, Gurley didn't get much work there in week 4 because the Rams were just playing from behind the whole time, but he got utilized a lot in the passing game, which is good to see. He's viable at 8.8K. I think he goes a little bit lower owned in the slate. I think a lot of people are going to gravitate towards the receivers, but Gurley at 75% can still get you there. He's still not really looking like himself, but I could see a Gurley breakout game here. So at 8.8K, he's definitely viable. Same thing with Chris Carson, 8.2K. So Rashard Penny coming back, don't know if that affects him too much. The only concern is his fumbling issues. If he fumbles again, they could definitely bench him. So there is a little bit of risk involved with Carson, but look what he did against Arizona there with 22 carries for over 100 yards, and still getting involved in the passing game. So Chris Carson definitely viable as well at 8.2K. The other two Rams receivers, Woods and Cooks, again, I don't think we can expect that level of production from 15 targets, 13 catches from Woods, and 9 targets, 6 catches from Cooks, because again, the Rams are just playing from behind the whole time, but they're basically out there the whole game. 8K and 7.8K, definitely viable. Yeah, they're definitely in play. I think Cooks would be a little more boomer bust. I think the upside's a little higher in Cooks. Woods probably a little safer, but both definitely viable here. And then Will Dissly at 7.6K. I don't think I want to pay 7.6K for Dissly when I can get pay 200 more for Cooks or 400 more for Woods. I like the upside more on those guys. Now Dissly can still get you there. He's had 3 really good weeks in a row, but I just don't want to pay 7.6K for Dissly when I can get Woods or Cooks for a couple hundred more. Now DK Metcalf at 6.4K is interesting. The snaps went down on him a bit, but he's still viable in the mid-range. Mid-range is I'm kind of avoiding it again because I like the guys way up top, and I'll talk about a couple of other guys here who I might take a shot on, but the mid-range is kind of a range I'm avoiding. Rashard Penny at 5K, coming back from injury. Don't expect him to get too much work. I would say maybe 25 to 30%. Don't think I would want to risk it there, so probably going to stay away from Rashard Penny. The defenses, the way the Showdown slate's been going, you just want to plug and play the defenses, but really on this game, I don't think it's viable, and over-under at almost 50. There should be a lot of points scored in this one, so I'm probably going to avoid both defenses. Malcolm Brown at 3.8K, don't think I want to go there at, maybe 25% of the snaps. Now, can he get you like a vulture touchdown like he did in week 1? Yeah, that can happen, but I don't see the huge upside in only 25% of the snaps. The 2 kickers, definitely viable. I think Greg the Leg will be a lot more popular because he's one of the better kickers in the NFL, but Jason Myers, definitely viable as well. And then we get to the risky plays, the cheap plays. So the 2 Rams tight ends, and Jared Everett and Tyler Higbee, probably going to split the work. Wouldn't mind taking a shot in either. Definitely a lot of risk involved. But yeah, like for salary relief, I wouldn't mind taking a shot in either of those guys. CJ Prosise, probably going to be off with Rashard Penny coming back. I think he gets phased out of the rotation, so don't think I want to go there. And then we get to the #3 receiver for Seattle. So it was a combination of Jerron Brown, David Moore, and Malik Turner. So Jerron Brown at 1.4K would probably be my preferred target if I'm picking between the 3 because he's gotten the most snaps so far. He does have some big play upside in him, so 1.4K, I think he's worth a shot on the slate. Malik Turner played in what was he out there for? 20% of the snaps, so don't think I want to go there. Again, I think I would lean towards Jerron Brown because he's getting more snaps. And then lastly, it was David Moore, who is, where is he at? He's at 600, so I guess you could take a shot on him as well. I mean, you're really not going to feel great targeting any of these 3 receivers, but I want a lot of those studs up top, so I'm probably going to take a shot on either of these Rams tight ends with Everett or Higbee, or with one of the Seahawks receivers with Jerron Brown, David Moore, or Malik Turner. And then that's basically it. I don't think there's anyone even viable down here. I mean, Luke Wilson played like 25% of the snaps, got a couple catches. I mean, I guess it's a dart throw. You're really not going to feel great about that. And there's really no one else you can even target. So as far as captains go, let's talk about playing it safe. Because normally in these showdown slates, I like going for a risky lineup. But let's talk about a safe lineup first, so for captains. So safe lineup, I think it's going to be Cooper Kupp or one of the running backs are probably the safest option to throw in the captain spot. You could definitely look for a quarterback too, because they have a pretty high floor in a game that should be high scoring. So that would be the way that I would go if I'm playing it safe. If I'm playing it risky, I wouldn't mind taking a shot on one of these cheap guys. So say, let's see. Say we take a shot on Jerron Brown at 1.4K. Let's throw him in the captain spot. And then going from there, because you can basically plug in whoever else you want into your lineup. So I think that's a viable strategy. Again, definitely more risky, but I like the upside in that one. And if you're going for first place solo, you're going to have to make a unique lineup. I've talked about this a few times in my Showdown Slate videos. So if you're going for the 400K to yourself, you're probably going to have to chalk a 2 to 3,000 worth of salary, not use it. So, but if you're just playing for a safe cash game or just for a really safe tournament lineup, then yeah, definitely use all your salary. And again, I think the safe options in the captain spot are probably Cooper Kupp, either running back or either of the quarterbacks. But yeah, I think that's going to do it for today's video, guys. So if you have been enjoying the content so far, I'd really appreciate if you would like this video and subscribe if you haven't. Again, if you want to get into the giveaway, all you have to do is leave a like and a comment, be subscribed to the channel. That's one entry into the giveaway. I'm going to have a video up for the NBA preseason early look on my channel later tonight, so be on the lookout for that. Really excited for the NBA preseason to start back up and the regular season. And yeah, like I said, I hope you guys have been enjoying the content so far. I will be back for another video again for the NBA preseason, which I'll have up later tonight. So I will see you guys then.